trouble never ends for the Rohingya refugees. Their housing camps were gutted by a huge fire earlier this year, and now massive floods and landslides are sweeping through. Houses are floating away and half a dozen refugees are feared dead. But as always, they have no option but to pick up the pieces and carry on.
For the Rohingya refugees in Cox's Bazar, the monsoon was a spell of disaster. Heavy rains flooded the refugee camp. Muddy water devoured the shanties. At least 6 Rohingya, including 3 children, lost their lives. For the survivors, this story is all too familiar. Another tragedy to recover from. Roads have turned into rivers. Occasionally you see children swimming through. The scale of this disaster is lost on them. Elsewhere, people are frantically trying to drain the water, albeit with little success.
When the water came into my house, there was nobody from my family at home to help. I was alone, but I could take my belongings to a safer place. Now I am living and staying with another family in the camp.
200,000 refugees are stranded at this camp. Thousands have been relocated to temporary settlements. For them, it's become an unfortunate precedent. Earlier this year, a deadly fire gutted the same camp. The refugees were still recovering from the blaze when the floods arrived.
I feel like going away from here. I will be at peace if I can be transferred somewhere else. I'm worried that my children will die in their sleep one day and I won't even know about it. Every year there's rainfall and flooding like this.
Nearly 1 million Rohingya live here in Cox's Bazar. Their houses are precarious structures, held together by bamboo sticks and plastic sheets. When the strong currents came, they were swept away.
The landslide fully damaged my house. Somehow my family members could evacuate. The mud that came down from the hill entered my home and it was totally covered with mud. All of our belongings inside are covered in mud. There were very few things I could retrieve.
The United Nations says 4,000 shelters have been damaged. And the worst part is, the trouble isn't over. The monsoons are getting more erratic every year. Combined with Bangladesh's woeful drainage, such floods are likely to become a recurring phenomenon. South Asia Bureau, WION, World is One.